Now we're back. The enemy fleet didn't attack me though, which was something that I had expected they would do. So it looks like they're starting to sail their fleets out somewhere to do something. So we do have this fleet and this fleet to deal with, and I think I'll get rid of one of them for now. So I'm going to auto-resolve the fleet fights simply because I really don't find them all too fun, and they're quite buggy in all honesty, so I think I'll just do something like that.
It is an honor to serve Rome.
And that's just going to put them back over there for now. And with that said, we can then get some of our boats over here to hopefully go around the coast and come into their lands. So we will do that.
Your orders?
So First Legion and the Alpine Legion are going to come over here. It's going to be a barbarian invasion of Africa from the looks of it.
Waiting for a new course.
And I do believe we can reconstruct some buildings inside Carthage, so we will repurpose their fleet and repurpose all of their buildings for Rome like that. Now over here, this is a difficult area to just kind of do stuff in. I want this fleet to actually double time on the row thing, and I think I'll be able to actually get farther on the seafront than by moving on land. So I'll get them to do that, and I'll get the
at your command.
the 10th Legion with the elite infantry and the elite ballistae. I think I'll get them to start sailing forward too as well. So just like that, an entire force is going to come down here.
It is an honor to serve Rome. Ready for battle.
So now, I mean, Carthage is actually, yeah, it's going back into the positive public order pretty fast. So I mean, that is good. And I think we can actually recruit one dignitary or two dignitaries here. So we'll do that. Yeah, the dignitaries die a little too fast, so there's really no point in moving them across the map.
Rome's champion.
But we'll get the little setup here of people who will be able to help convert the region, and then now that we have that, it'll be really just another fight to the coast, I suppose. Huh. Ooh, some high seas attrition apparently from over here, so we do need to get this force moving. So yeah, I mean, now I can actually convert all of our legionnaire groups to these different cohorts. So we have some legionary cohorts and some evocati ones, which is kind of nice. It's kind of a cool feature. I think I'll get these guys to stick near the shore. I don't think they suffer attrition like that then. And well, let's see how we can do what we can do here.
Yes. The sea beckons.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something about the navy, though. These assault boats really seem to take a ton of losses.
Course. Not it. Destroy them.
There we go. Alright, so, with the enemy navy finished off, I know that they had a secondary troop somewhere right around here, but it appears to be gone now, so we'll leave it at that, really. What I think I'll do is start pushing down even more over here, and I'm thinking, should I declare war on this person's neighbor, or should I just start pushing deep inland and grabbing their territories over here and then sandwiching the people of Hispania is another thing that we could do. I think I'll go and I'll get the gladiators to actually start marching through the mountainside, and you'll see here that with our garrisons and with our boat garrisons rather, and our large list of different people, it should actually keep the public order back for now.
How can I serve?
Get the gladiator to kill this person though.
The wolf is at the door. My wits and words are yours.
Yeah, like that,
I
and
shall
then we'll get
see
these
my
guys
men.
to
Bring me the
Well,
ledgers.
sir,
I will
do
look over them.
anything for Rome.
do whatever they want. So yeah, we'll just keep them like that. Give them +1 zeal. And as these dignitaries, as they convert people to our
Ever in service
our
to
culture,
Rome.
it should make it so that it'll be a lot easier to manage the people over there. Now over here, I'm thinking of waiting like a few more turns just to be safe before we start pushing into this direction. So I think I'll wait until the forces have actually landed to do that. And on the coast here, we could actually go for
Ready for orders.
a blitz of sort of Africa if we wanted to.
Fleet returning to shore.
So I think we'll get those two forces onto the shores for now.
Ready.
And we'll leave them like that, and then we'll end the turn. See how many more troops we can get onto the coast here, and then at that point we'll decide what happens really. Okay, so now we're able to move our forces a little farther now. Oh, don't want the camera to go all the way over there. So I want this boat to continue moving its way forward. I'm a little worried right now that the people. Can I land over here? No, I can go this far. Okay, we'll do that. I'm a little worried that this faction will actually declare war onto us, the people who control the lower half of Hispania, because they have quite a lot of seagoing forces, and they were messing around near my cities around the coast, so I was a little worried about that.
We hunger for battle.
Now these guys, we're starting to get into some really heavy terrain up here, so these gladiators can't actually move that far away, that
What do
far.
you wish of me?
Kind of strange, but alright, I suppose. Now, do these dignitaries, do they gain experience over time? Yeah, they do, so that'll be good. So Carthage, yeah, Carthage is going to be in the happy. Now that we have like a full list of characters here converting the population.
To live in peace, we must prepare for war.
Yeah, there we go. So I think I'll be able to leave this area to do kind of its own thing. Now that is kind of done.
Ready for
So what I
orders.
think I'll do is that I'll get
On the move. You have further orders?
I'll get two of my armies to actually go for a little bit of
Make
a
haste, men.
cloak and dagger thing. I'm going to see if they declare war on me, and if they don't, I'm just going to keep moving my armies forward and probe them and get right next up to two of their towns, and then we'll kind of blitz them like that. So we'll see how that goes from here. Okay, so an interesting development happened. These guys are, they want a peace treaty, and it looks like they'll make themselves a client state of Rome if we do give them a peace treaty, so I'm fine with that. So we'll accept that, and we'll just kind of continue down the coast of Africa and really see what we can do now. Huh. I want to make I just want to make all of the provinces here either my client states or my own factions' areas. So we'll really see how far we can kind of press down inside this region. Oh, noble death. Get another commander over here. Do something like that. It's alright though, because the people in this game die incredibly easily.
My wits and words are yours.
And these people, we need to, I think I've already talked about this, but I want I only want to increase the zeal of these dignitaries and the veterans, simply because those are the stats that affect the conversion rate from whatever to Latin. So that is one thing that we have to do. And now that that is kind of out of the way, I think I'll get the legion, these guys, to get forced march over to the border. Likewise, the guards will also get forced marched over there, and that kind of sets us up for an invasion over there. They are apparently dealing with something, a lot of attrition apparently. So we'll keep that in mind, and I think it's time for a little bit of diplomacy.
At once.
Yeah, maybe we can wait a while. Because I want to, like, if I can make these guys our client states, I'll take that as well. So we'll see.
I greet you as befits your reputation. Now, friend, speak plainly, so that we may fall to haggling.
Yeah, I just want to make a few neighbors over here. So we'll see what people actually just kind of will accept this offer.
I greet you in my master's feared name. Speak in honesty, and you will be answered like... I am here, then. Speak your words, and... Speak, my friend, and burden yourself of diplomacy, and...
Athena give you wisdom, so that you may speak well and
Yeah, I'm not really having any luck on the diplomacy
I am
side of
here to
things.
listen
I think
if you speak
if the
honestly.
make the client state section is if it is low to begin with, I don't think you're able to make the other factions your client state like that.
the blessing of the Olympians upon you. What then?
Yeah, so that is rather unfortunate. Now, with that said, I do believe we only actually need one more town to become whatever next empire level we need to do. So, with that said, I mean, I'll get my armies to just continue pressing forward, really.
Ready for orders. Make haste, men.
So yeah, as soon as we get all of our guys on the border, we'll be able to start our operations over here, and then from there we should really be able to drive forward, right?
You have further orders?
Yeah, and I think this bridge will be a little bit better for our purposes. So we'll go like that.
Carthage respects your strength and requests...
Okay, so we've done a few unit movements now, and well, we're fairly close to the border. For some reason, this AI faction's troops apparently always take attrition damage just due to the location over here. So that's kind of odd, but hey, you know what? That's fine. So yeah, I think we're already set up for a multi
On the move.
a grand scale invasion, which is kind of
Your
nice.
next command.
So with that said, let's actually begin operations over here. So starting off with the people over here, what I think I'll do is that I'll get the
Commander.
troops over here to do stance none, and then we can march them in like that, and then we can get the
Ready for
Praetorian
orders.
to move
Ready for
way
orders.
farther. So yeah. Actually no. Right before we do that, have to make sure that this is going to go correctly. I think we'll do like some sort of cycling
On
over
the
here.
move.
And yeah, let's just say
Waiting
at this
orders.
point there's really no doubt that something is going to go down. So what I think I'll do is that I'll get these two legions to reinforce each other inside their territory. Likewise, we're going to make a press over here. And because we are Rome at this point, we can really do whatever we want, right? So let's do that.
Commander.
I think I'll actually get the Praetorians to come over here to this village,
Ready for battle.
and I'll get the gladiator troops to do a forced march.
Get moving, you wretches.
And I think I'll actually get them to really push forward, because those gladiators are just so strong in melee combat. And we'll bring them towards their capital, which I believe is this province of Migdol. But I think they would have to relocate their capital to the Gubachar, simply because that's the provincial capital. Not entirely sure about that, but let's see how that goes. Actually, before that, I want to see if we can make them our ally.
Be welcome, emissary, if you come in peace. Be fearful if you come with false words, dripping with honeyed lies.
I we'll join their war against Carthage if they decide to join us. Yeah, no, they're not gonna budge, so we will have to conquer them. It's rather unfortunate. I mean, if you look at it in this situation, with this many guns being pointed down at them, it's kind of a hard offer to refuse. But I guess we're going to have to retrograde their force anyways. So let's do that, and let's get started with cutting their forces next turn. Okay, I think we're finally able to just kind of start off this invasion now. So without further ado, let's I guess begin. Have our troops set up so that we have almost an entire legion at whatever city that they are at. So it looks like they actually pulled off their forces off of this province, and they've from the looks of it, I mean, they've moved their troops back, but they could have moved it inside our direction as well. I'm going to kick off the war. So we're going to do that, and with that said, I mean, we can pretty much take over this town like that. So yeah, that's one place in the bag, and that's going to make our Imperium even larger. And it looks like their army is actually trying to go over to our towns. So we'll get our army outside the walls, and we'll get them to really make a stand right there.
Ready for orders.
Over here, I'm going to get our navy, this legion over here, to actually come by boat and auto-resolve like that. And their navy is gonna sink like that too. So that should get rid of this province.
The sea beckons.
And that'll actually free up this legion, which we can then forced march, and we can get them over here, and from here we'll be able to push ever further. So I mean, that is that is pretty good. We're going to be able to hopefully stall off their counter thrust into our areas in a little bit. Have our gladiators stationed over here, so they'll be able to push forward next turn, and the Praetoria will be able to auto-resolve this battle. And I think that captures us like 4 with those cities now. So definitely a lot of troop movements and a lot of places being capped out. So that's good. Over here, I think I'll be able to repurpose some of these buildings. I don't really want a gladiator school here. I want an aqueduct. And I guess we'll do a coastal patrol thing. And these buildings, well, I could get a gladiator school, but I mean, I really don't need it. I think we'll get one anyways. And we'll keep the tablet thing, seeing as how it doesn't give, it doesn't really give any negative penalties to it. So we'll leave it like that.
We hunger for battle.
And over here, likewise, we can go to war with them.
Laying siege to the settlement.
And ooh, this will be an interesting battle. So I think we'll encircle them for now over here. And now we can also go in combat over here. So we're going to fight actually 2 interesting battles against the enemy. So I might as well start them off, right? So I guess we'll start off with this one. And after a few turns, there should just be the entirety of the conquest for Africa. So that'll be really cool to see. Now they don't have city walls here, so I really don't know why this is considered a difficult battle. They do have reinforcements, but I do believe they come in boats. So if they do come in boats, they should be fairly easy to beat. Now the first legion here was the foreign legion, so they do have a lot of cavalry, and I think they have the good type of cavalry. So see how this goes. Got a nice little hill here. That's kind of nice, but we do need to get inside the village to really start making a muck out of the enemy's troops.
Fire on the wretches!
So I mean, from the looks of it, they mainly are deploying with like a ton of trash units too. These cavalry, yeah, they have high charge value, so I think I'll actually just put them along with our melee line. We'll really just see how this goes.